Well, you are looking at this is a Ti Makemake 2.5 made by JDR Knife and Tool. This is an outstanding little keychain tool that I've had for, I don't know, maybe a year now. And it's taken me a while to really appreciate the quality of this item. But now, I mean, I'm thinking that I might be getting my second one sometime soon. We'll see. I don't know. It's spending the kind of money you do on things like this. You really got to be into, I don't know. It's tough because they're not really I mean, they are collector's items. I mean, in a sense that there's a high demand for this type of thing, and yet they're also user items. You know, you're gonna want to carry these, and so they're not gonna. As you can see, mine is pretty beat up. The finish is kind of, it's all scratched up. You can see, there you go, yeah, now you can see it. And even on the tip here, I've got some nicks and dings and stuff. So, I don't know, we'll see. But I really love this tool, and I'll explain why in a minute. But I'll tell you right now, essentially all this particular one is a can opener, or I'm sorry, not a can opener, a bottle opener, and a pry bar. So it doesn't do a whole lot. It's not like your Peter Atwood, you know, tool. Like I also have a Atwood G3 pry baby, which is, you know, you've got a bunch of hex key wrenches on there, along with a bottle opener, pry bar, V-notch for, you know, nails and for extra functionality. So his tools are very much, not all of them, but some of his tools have a lot of different uses. JDR, they're a bit more aesthetically appealing, I believe. Not to say that Peter Atwood's aren't. He does a great job. I mean, his stuff is, just really, some of his designs are amazing and beautiful. But to me, JDR's are a little more, I don't know. It's hard to put my finger down on it. But anyhow, so let me point out first off that the bottle opener is outstanding. It's probably the best. I mean, it just works so well. Just you know, the design here. You can see here, I'm going to use a knife as a pointer. By the way, if you're hearing a clicking noise, I apologize. That is my camera's autofocus. Yeah, I don't have the most high-tech camera here, but anyway, so as you can see here, there's the bevel around the edge. That's a nice, I like that. But also he maintains a bit of an edge right along here to really grab on to that bottle cap, and it does its job well. As you can see here, these kind of notches, or I don't know what you would call these, but these they're not terribly sharp, but they are just enough to where you really can get some significant purchase on here. You know, if they weren't there, it would make quite a difference. And you'll notice that they're going opposite ways. So basically, if you're going to be holding this to, you know, open your bottle, your thumb is, you know, he did it, you know, just right, because you're getting the, you know, grip this way, and underneath you're gripping it that way, and you're gonna, you know, leverage the tool to lift the cap off, and so it works really well. And I just love that. The look of it is really cool too. It's just a nice, I mean, it's a cool idea, great design. I dig it, and it's really nicely radiused as well. So no really sharp edges. The only sharp edges again are that bottle opener right here in this kind of bottom jaw area, and over here the corners. Those are rather sharp as well. As you can see, yeah. So another thing that I really like about this tool is the placement of the keychain / lanyard hole. It's very far toward the end of the tool here, and yet not so far to where you're like, I'm a little nervous about this thing. Maybe if it twists, it might break off. I don't know. It's, you know, you're not going to break through that thickness of titanium, and yet it's really easy to get on and off a split ring and it's a large enough hole to where 550 cord is going to be easy to get through there. So it's a really just well thought out, I think, placement of a lanyard hole. And again, all over here, nicely radiused and ground down, so it's just the tool just feels really nice in hand. Aside from these 4 points that are kind of that are a little sharp, that you will notice, and at first I was a little disturbed by it, but I understand why it's there and why it's like that. So last thing that I'm not so hot about yet is the finish. You know, it's this kind of brushed finish. I much rather prefer the tumble or stone wash type finish. You know, this, as you can see, man, just those scratches, they kind of bug me, but you know, I can live with it. Anyways, yeah, that's just a little thing. There's his signature stamp, kind of cool. At first I was like, why can't he just have his initials, man? I don't know why he's got to have this weird stamp on there. I don't know the background of it, so, you know, I don't mean to criticize, but it has kind of grown on me, I will say that. So anyways, that is about it for this item. Love carrying this on my keys. Just sits really nicely. I mean, it is somewhat thick, you know. I mean, it's a thick piece of stock of titanium, a thick piece of titanium stock, but it just, you know, it does sit really well, sit really nicely on the keys. So it's a pleasure to carry, that is for sure. So that's it for the Ti Makemake 2.5.